Welcome to class. My name is Ken Hicks, and I'm the department head for History and Political Science at Rogers State University. This is the Getting Started video for American federal government. You may or may not have me as your instructor, depending on the section of American federal government that you're assigned to. But the whole point here is to try and welcome you to class and get you acclimated, give you an idea of what the course requirements are and how you're going to go about achieving the score that you want, but most importantly, getting the knowledge that you really need. This is part of the general education requirements for for Oklahoma, not just for the University of Oklahoma system. I think if you go outside, you'll find that just about all 50 states, if you want to get a college degree, you have to take something like American federal government. So what are we going to do in this class? We want you to be able, exiting this class, to demonstrate knowledge of democratic societies and the political institutions of American federal government. We want you to be able to analyze major trends, events, and personalities. We want you to be able to evaluate political systems and processes. And we want you to be able to demonstrate an understanding of the history and major social trends of family, education, politics, economics, and/or religious traditions. And so how do all these things kind of come together and form our governing system? There is one text that's required, that is Benjamin Ginsberg, Ted Lowy, Margaret Ware, and Robert Spitzer et al. We the People. It's the 13th OK Essentials version. I think that came out just this past, I think it's a 2021 title. It's a very, I think, a very solid textbook. It's one, I mean, there's a lot of really good American federal government textbooks out there. The online classes are basically organized for you to have something to do on a week-to-week basis. You're going to have to do an assigned reading every week. You're going to need to participate in a forum. You're going to need to take a quiz. Now, the forum and the quiz are both valued at about 15 points. Now, that's times 16. That ends up being about a quarter of your grade. Okay, about 30% of your grade is going to come in unit exams, which covers 5 or 6 chapters of the text. There are 16 total chapters. That typically means we're going to be covering about a chapter a week because it's spring semester. We're going to have 1 week where you have to cover 2 chapters. That's going to come, I want to say, in week 7, which is after the first unit exam. There are a number of things, again, with the forums, for example, I will tell you, you get out of them what you put into them if you are really trying to learn, rather than just trying to, meet the assignment requirements. I think the forums can be very valuable for you. Again, if you're just mailing it in, you're not going to get a lot out of it. So hopefully you'll take the assignment seriously. There are a lot of rules that are associated with the forum, first being no fluff. Don't just come in and say, I agree with you. Wow, you really opened my mind. That's not really advancing the discussion. You're just complimenting somebody. Avoid formulas. Don't don't just pack every sentence, because I read the sentence, I read your contribution sequentially. If every post begins, hello blank, I hope you're doing good in all your classes this summer, and I wish you the best of luck. You're just using word count to try and fill space. And again, it's the same problem. You're not really engaging substantively with the material. Don't flame your fellow students. If they disagree with you politically, express your disagreements. That's great. Do it politely. You don't have to call people sheeple or, say that you're drinking the Kool-Aid or, anything like that. That's the sort of thing that will cause me to step in. And hopefully your other faculty members will as well. I want you to distribute your posts and your participation over the course of the week, okay? Now, I know many of you are busy. So are we, most faculty members. We get up and we check our courses every day, and I think you can do the same. I think it's a good idea for you to distribute your participation over the course of the week. So I have, don't parachute, don't come in on the last day of the forum and do all your posts. Don't fade out, do all your posts on Tuesday and then not bother to do any others. Don't clump, which means, again, it's the same thing. You know, and again, no formulas, right? So, all right. Weekly quizzes, again, it's going to be a combination of multiple choice, concept identification, and short answers. And again, it's designed to test your grasp of the material. The 3-unit exams, again, it's divided into 3. The 16 chapters are divided, you know, roughly 5 or 6 chapters, depending on the group. There's also group work, and again, your instructor may or may not want to adjust that. I like to divide kids up in a group because I believe in peer-to-peer learning, and I think that it's a good way for you guys to try and learn from one another. There are 2 kinds of assignments. There is the critical thinking exercise. There are 3 of them that are worth 50 points each. And then there is the short writing assignment, which is kind of titled "What Could Go Wrong?" You know, basically looking at the interior of 2 of the lesser known bureaucratic agencies, the Department of Energy and the Department of Agriculture, and basically saying what could go wrong if, you know, either, you know, the people leading that agency is corrupt or incompetent. Let's see. You can get up to 100 points of extra credit. This is a 1,000-point class, which means you can earn about a letter grade in extra credit, and that's important. But you know, it's not going to save you if you haven't done any work between now and, you know, week 10, and suddenly you show up and say, I want to, you know, get an A in this class. It's not likely to happen. It's going to depend on your instructor, whether they're willing to let you earn extra credit. Some people favor it, some people don't. I am generally in favor of allowing people to earn up to a letter grade of extra credit, and I will leave it at that. Submitting work and late assignments, as always, it's a good idea to alert your instructor before you miss a deadline to let them know that you're having a problem and why. Meeting deadlines is important. It's important for you guys because it helps you organize the material. If you're completing your assignments on time, you're not rushed and frantic and making mistakes. Likewise, it's important for us because we have set deadlines for getting material assigned, you know, evaluated and back to you so that you can learn going forward into future assignments. Grading policy, it's a 1,000-point class, so you have to earn 900 points in order to earn an A in the class, 800 points to earn a B, and so forth. Generally speaking, you know, I think that you should earn an A. But I'm not necessarily going to make it impossible for you to earn either an A or even a C. It should be hard for you to fail the class, and if faculty are paying attention and you're kind of fading out and not doing the material, they should be contacting you and trying to get you back on track. Academic misconduct, please don't cheat. You know, don't plagiarize material. We don't expect you to know everything. If you get material from somewhere else, you should tell us where you're getting the material from. And you should use some kind of referencing citation for doing that. Let's see. Students with disabilities, this is a last important thing I'll leave with you. We are committed to providing students with disabilities equal access to educational programs and services. Students with a disability that he or she believes will require some form of academic accommodation are required to inform the professor of such a need during or immediately following the first class attended. So in other words, if you have that kind of problem, and you know, first of all, we sympathize. This is not, you know, a problem for us, but we have to know about it in order to be able to work with you. So before an instructor can provide an educational accommodation, each student bears responsibility to demonstrate eligibility for assistance by registering for services through Student Affairs. So if you need more information about that, that is with the Student Disability Services Office with the Vice President for Academic Affairs. The Vice President for Academic Affairs is Dr. Robert Goltra. So again, why do we have this kind of class as a requirement? Because government is important, whether you like it or not. What government does can have a profound impact on your life. I hope you will learn a lot over the course of the semester, and I hope whatever your political orientation right now is, that having taken this class, you'll be better able to act as an informed citizen. So let's have a great semester.